BJP is in full swing ahead of crucial 2024 elections. Modi chaired marathon BJP meeting that began at 11 o'clock late last night, ended at about 4 this morning. The BJP convened its Central Election Committee meeting to finalize the first list of candidates for Lok Sabha elections. BJP's first list of Lok Sabha candidates may include names of all the top guns, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Varanasi, Home Minister Amit Shah from Gandhinagar, Rajnath Singh, Nirmala, Sitharaman and also Jyotiraditya, Sindhia. During the key meeting, BJP finalized a list of over 100 candidates, which includes fresh faces and more women representation as well. BJP has set its focus on 164 cluster seats where party had to face defeat in 2019 Lok Sabha elections, or those seats where BJP's victory margin is pretty less there. The BJP has decided to give 6 Lok Sabha seats to its allies in UP, 3 to allies in Assam, seat sharing talks are on in Bihar, JDU, LDP and HUM, and the same in Maharashtra. Talks are underway with Shinde Sena and NCP Ajit faction. Saffron Party is mulling to fight on all 10 Haryana seats. Getting in all details as far as the CEC meeting of the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned. Late last night, it took place at 11 o'clock. It ended at 4. A tentative list of 100 has been prepared, is what we know, almost finalized, and it could be released in a day or two as far as this particular list is concerned. And the first list is likely to see the names of top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Prime Minister, also Nirmala Sitharaman, the Finance Minister, Jyotiraditya Sindhia is what we know. Annamalai from Tamil Nadu is going to be fielded, the Prime Minister from his constituency of Varanasi, Rajnath Singh as always from Lucknow, Amit Shah from Gandhinagar is what we know. These are details that we have with us at this point in time. Manoj Tiwari's name also for Northeast Delhi has been doing the rounds. This is the seat sharing of, in fact, the names of the candidates which were discussed threadbare. Aishwarya is tracking all of those details for us. Aishwarya is joining us live right now. Aishwarya, Sensor, what else are you picking up? Because a lot of chatter around the fact that at least 60 to 70 sitting members of parliament will not get a ticket this time around. Aishwarya. All right, we seem to be having a problem with that line. Apologize for it, but Aishwarya will be back with us in a few moments from now. A list that is with us right now is the big question on how the manner in which the BJP is going to be releasing it, even before the Election Commission has announced the dates for the Lok Sabha elections. The big names in this particular list of 100, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, also Jyotiraditya Sindhia will be announced. The names of these leaders will be announced. Aishwarya is back with us. Aishwarya, give us a sense of what all have you picked essentially about the list of MPs who will be facing the axe this time around, given that the BJP has said the winnability criteria is always most important for the party. The Prime Minister himself has said that, you know, on all seats essentially it's the lotus which is fighting, essentially the symbol of the party. Aishwarya, if you can hear me, talk to us about who could be axed this time around. What is it that you're picking up?
आवाज आ रही है आपको मेरी?
All right, we'll try and get those details in just a moment from Aishwarya, who is in fact with us. But BJP's 2024 top contenders, a tentative list that we have with us, gives a sense of how the first list really could look like as far as the Lok Sabha elections are concerned. All right, this is what the first list essentially is going to look like as far as the BJP's list is concerned. The Prime Minister from his constituency of Varanasi, Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister from Lucknow, Amit Shah, the Home Minister from Gandhinagar there in Gujarat. This is what the list looks like. It's a probable list with us, and these are the names that are to figure in the first list that is to be brought out by the Bharatiya Janata Party in a day or two, is what we are learning. Also, these are details that Nirmala Sitharaman her name also could be announced, and also Jyotiraditya Sindhia, K. Annamalai, the current state president of the Bharatiya Janata Party from the state of Tamil Nadu. These are names also that will be figuring in the first list of candidates that the BJP announces for the Lok Sabha elections. Remember, way before the Election Commission has announced the final dates of the Lok Sabha elections. List of over 100 candidates have been finalized, is what we know. Now, there are fresh faces, is what we've been given to understand. The focus is going to be on women's representation as well, is what we pick from our sources within the Bharatiya Janata Party. BJP has decided to change, in fact, the names, rather not give tickets to many sitting MPs as well. This is what we picked up. As far as the finance minister is concerned, will be contesting Lok Sabha elections. Jyotiraditya Sindhia also contesting Lok Sabha elections. Remember, they are in fact from Rajya Sabha currently. Their names have been doing the rounds for quite a while now. The focus is going to be on 164 cluster seats. But before that, Annamalai is going to be fielded as well from the state of Tamil Nadu, is what we know. Remember, he is the current BJP state chief in the state of Tamil Nadu. Sitting MPs will be changed. So those who are, in fact, the winnability factor is going to be the most important, and MPs who have, or rather have not been seen as performing, they will be axed, is what we are picking up from our sources. 164 cluster seats is what we are hearing. Where the BJP's victory margin was less, these are the seats also where there is going to be a great deal of focus on. BJP's victory margin was less in several seats across the country. This includes seats in Bengal, in Haryana, Tamil Nadu. Again, this is something that is going to be looked at very carefully. Now, these are the states, Bengal, UP, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, where the Lok Sabha candidates, the probable list of the BJP for the elections was discussed, but things have not been finalized just yet. Paulami Saha is getting us more details on that big story, and Paulami joins us live right now. Give us a sense, Paulami, of the first list. I mean, when can we expect this list to be out? And also the names that have been doing the rounds. You did tell us earlier, Paulami, that at least 60 to 70 sitting MPs will not get the ticket this time around.
That's right. The BJP is expected to induct in a lot of fresh faces to contest these elections. Remember that the BJP, of course, has been on a drive to bring in new faces into the party by enlisting them from other parties, those who have joined the BJP in recent times. And then, of course, the party does want to ensure that, if there is a review, a feedback from the ground that a particular member of parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party hasn't been performing well in terms of what the constituents have to say about him or her, then the party will change the candidate on those seats. So even if you've been a sitting MP for a couple of terms, that doesn't matter. The feedback has to be positive. All the surveys that the party has already done on the ground, this has been an ongoing exercise of the past couple of years, that they have to indicate that the feedback is positive and the constituents would like to see you back as their member of parliament. So the BJP will be bringing in a lot of fresh faces as far as these elections are concerned. And as far as that list is concerned, Sneha, we're expecting that list could possibly be out today or tomorrow at the earliest, because they've spent a considerable amount of time last evening going well into early this morning to thrash out that list of over 100 candidates.
Paulami, be with us. I'm just going to come back to you in a moment from now as you get us the very latest on that big story. Now, also, what we are picking up, and this is news just coming in, that the last meeting of the Modi Council of Ministers is going to be on the 3rd of March. That's a Sunday. In fact, if sources are to be believed, there is talk of cutting tickets of some ministers too. In such a situation, it is possible that the ministers whose tickets will be cancelled may be announced after the meeting of the Council of Ministers. Some ministers from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar likely to have their tickets cancelled, is what we're hearing. Paulami Saha getting asked more details. Palmi, I think brutal is the word here as far as the BJP and the election machine, that it is really looking at winnability and who can pull in the voters for the party. That's the number one concern here. Win is the mantra, isn't it?
Absolutely. The winning, the winnability of a candidate, that is going to be the biggest factor in the Bharatiya Janata Party repeating any of their sitting members of parliament or possibly bringing in fresh faces. They're going to be very aggressive and cutthroat about this. This is something that's not going to be a complete surprise for any of the sitting MPs, because this is something that the Prime Minister has been warning them about, that your performance will be reviewed, that you have to keep going back to your constituencies. Various central schemes, programs like Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra, for instance, you need to go back to your constituency, ensure that the people are aware of these central schemes, work on the ground, the feedback from the people on the ground, taking people to Ayodhya, for instance, for Ramlala's darshan as well. So many things that have been charted out. So the Prime Minister has been constantly taking feedback, and those reports have obviously been assessed by the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, and BJP President, Mr. JP Nadda, before, of course, the Prime Minister had an opportunity to review them with the two of them as well last evening, before he arrived for the Central Election Committee meeting at 11 p.m. last evening at the BJP headquarters. So it's going to be very cutthroat. The final meeting of the Union Council of Ministers, the outgoing Union Council of Ministers, will take place on March 3rd. And after that, of course, you can expect that, the BJP will, in a sense, most ministers probably are keeping their fingers crossed, that they will be repeated. They will be given tickets to contest the Lok Sabha elections, of course, if they come from the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha, of course, like I said, there is speculation that a lot of them will be asked to contest the Lok Sabha elections. So it is going to be performance-based. The fact that Rajya Sabha members are being asked to contest the Lok Sabha elections gives you a sense of what the BJP thinks, that you can't have it easy. You can't just keep getting nominated to the Rajya Sabha. You will have to go down to the ground and win the people's trust.
Well, absolutely. I'm going to thank you, Palmi, for getting us those details. Palmi Saha with the inside scoop on what's really happening as far as the party is concerned. The Prime Minister chaired an important meeting of the Central Election Commission of the body, essentially, of the Bharatiya Janata Party that oversees elections. Chairing it, 100 candidates have been discussed, and it's a probable list also, the details of which we've shared with our viewers also. The last cabinet meeting is going to be held, is what we're picking up through our sources, on the 3rd of March, is what Palmi essentially is telling us through her sources within the Bharatiya Janata Party.